Okay, hang on a second. I think we've got pay dirt. Yeah, hi guys. And we are about 8 minutes late due to technical issues. I just kept rebooting my phone and then starting up Streamlabs, and it would say error, and I'd go back, stop, and then start it again. It finally clicked through. So apparently it was a Streamlabs problem. It was nothing I was doing. Thanks for all the suggestions, guys. I'll take all the help I can get, as you know. It is well past time for Strat-O-Matic baseball. We've got the Dodgers at the Phillies today, the final game of a 3-game series. Phillies looking for the sweep. Who's with us today? We've got Greg, Mike, So, Kelly, and there's Kenyon. It is, isn't it? An interesting pitching matchup. How's the picture, everybody? Yes, a light drizzle, slight rain delay. As Kenyon pointed out, an interesting pitching matchup today, tongue-tied. Don Drysdale for the Dodgers, Jim Bunning for the Phillies. Let's take a look at their stats in the replay. Drysdale, not one of his better years. In fact, he allowed more hits than innings pitched that year. Still solid 3.42 ERA in 40 starts. Bunning was magnificent, 19-game winner, 2.41 earned run average, 41 starts, 252 strikeouts. In the replay, Drysdale's 3-1 with a 3.26 ERA, while Bunning is 5-1 with a 3.13. Bunning has 6 starts, 4 complete games in his 6 starts, including a shutout. Drysdale with just 1 complete game. Thank you, So. And I don't understand any of that, but I mean, I kind of do. I don't know what duff means, but that they have a revolving set of servers that you lock onto. Am I close? And it eventually finds one with lower streaming traffic and then gloms onto that one. Something like that? I'm guessing here. I'm not a computer whiz. Ben, can you see it today? Ben yesterday could only get a black screen, but he could read the chat and hear the game. That's right, Greg. Yeah, if you really want to hear somebody bashing on Jim Bunning, hop over to Jeffrey Guterman's channel. He cannot stand that guy. See, I don't follow politics, so I don't know what the guy did politically, and frankly, I really don't give a shit. That's just me. The game is rigged. We're not going to change it. Live your life. That's my motto. Okay? That's my political statement for today. Especially at our age. Well, maybe not Ben so much, but most of us. It's not going to make it much different. The Dodgers lineup today will have Maury Wills leading off at shortstop. Jim Gilliam at third base again in the 2 spot. Willie Davis bats third in center field. Hang on, I'm going to try to... It seems to me that the ballpark sound effects a little low today. So Davis third in center field. Ron Fairley's in right field hitting cleanup. Jim Lefevre at second base hits 5th. Lou Johnson is in left field hitting 6th. Johnny Roseboro, the catcher, hit 7th. Wes Parker back in the lineup today, yet he's batting 8th conspicuously. And Drysdale, a good hitting pitcher, in the 9 spot. The Phillies will have Clay Dalrymple behind the plate. Bill White at first, Rojas and Grote up the middle with Tony Taylor at third. Dick Allen still out of the lineup. although he says he feels good enough to pinch hit if necessary. The outfield left to right of Doug Clemens, Gonzalez, and Callison. And so says, hang on here, Duff means broken. Software at their end is not taking users in effect. Well, we've got one guy on here at least that seems to have a certainly far beyond what I have as far as computer understanding. Well, yeah, Ben, you're right. Some days I'm lucky, some days I don't feel so lucky. Yesterday was kind of a struggle. Okay, we're set to get this game underway. A little late today, but on with the show we go. Bunning's ready to work. Maury Wills steps in the box. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Wills comes in leading the club in batting at .337. Just 3 runs batted in, no home runs, of course. And Bunning into the windup now. Here's the first pitch. It's a 6-7 left-handed. Struck him out. So Maury down on strikes. These two teams bunched atop the National League. Pittsburgh in first place right now. Here's Jim Gilliam. Gilliam hitting just .182, 4 for 22. He does have a home run. And here's Bunning's pitch to Gilliam. Switch hitter batting left-handed. It's a 5-3 grounded to the pitcher X. Bunning solid defensively with a 2E10, and here's the play. On a 14, that will be the error range. It's a 2, however, on an E10. This spells trouble. It's a split result on a white die of 3 through 6, which it is. It's a ground ball to the pitcher A. So Bunning makes a fine play, throws Gilliam out 1-3X, and there's 2 down. And here's Willie Davis now with 2 away. Davis hitting .291, no homers, 14 runs batted in. Bunning into the windup. Delivers to Willie on a 5-12 left-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be White. White a 1E10 at first. As good as it gets. And here's the play on a 10. It's the E range again. A roll of a 12 on an E10. White has it. Flips to Bunning covering. It's a web gem play by White to end the inning. 3-1X exclamation. And the side is retired in order in the first. So we go to the bottom of the first. Dodgers nothing. Phillies coming to bat. Dodgers come in at 17-10. Phillies 14-8. So 3-2. They're a half a game behind. Well, let's look at the standings really quick. With the percentages, it's confusing. It's a little bunched up, right? You got the Pirates in first at 17-7. Dodgers and Astros a game and a half back, and Phillies just 2 back. Cardinals just 4.5 back, and the Giants, with the loss the other day, dropped to 5.5 back. So things are bunched tight in the National League. That's just the way we like it, isn't it? Closer the races stay for the longest possible, the better. As Drysdale gets loose, here is the Philly lineup. And a welcome to Frank and Thomas. Oh, thank you, Frank. That's very humbling. I'm a little embarrassed, actually. I don't know about that, but I certainly do appreciate it. I do my best to try to make it like a game, and I guess it's pretty close sometimes. How'd the schedule? Well, that's an easy question to answer, Thomas. I just follow the schedule from baseballreference.com. Here's the Philly lineup today. Tony Gonzalez leading off in center field. Dick Grote is at shortstop in the 2 spot. Bill White at first base hits third. Johnny Callison in the cleanup spot in right. Doug Clemens, who started the previous game as well in left field, bats 5th. Cookie Rojas, the second baseman, 6th. Clay Dalrymple behind the plate, batting 7th. Tony Taylor at 3rd. I already said that, didn't I? And Bunning, the pitcher, batting 9th. Tony Taylor at 3rd. For Los Angeles, of course, Roseboro doing the catching. Parker at 1st. Lefevre and Wills up the middle. Jim Gilliam down at 3rd. The outfield left to right of Lou Johnson, Willie Davis, and Fairley. I have my heater on right now, believe it or not, with the sliding glass door open. That's... Don't ask me why. I don't even know. I should turn that down, actually. Give me a second here. I'm going to do that now. It's kind of noisy anyway. It's better without it. I don't know if you can pick up the sound of the heater or not, but I can certainly hear it. Okay, here's Gonzalez. Drysdale ready to work. Tony Gonzalez comes in with a .343 average. 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Leadoff man has scored just 2 runs, interestingly. Left-handed hitter. Drysdale with the pitch on a 6-8 left-hander. It's a little 2-hopper down to second. Lefevre to his left, scoops it up, sidearm to Fairley, and there's 1 away. And here's Grote. There's Franklin, comes in with a zinger right off the bat. We can always count on Franklin. Here's Dick Grote now, the right-handed hitting shortstop, hitting just .217 on the season. He does have a home run, 11 RBIs. Right-handed batter, Drysdale with the pitch. It's a 3-9 right-handed, and that's another ground ball to Lefevre. Scoops it up and throws him out. So 2 ground balls to the right side, and that'll bring up Bill White. Bill White hitting .276, 7 home runs, which leads the ball club, and 28 runs batted in. Good for second in the National League, and clearly the leader on this club. Dick Allen would be second on the team with 15 RBIs, and he hasn't played in a while, other than the occasional pinch hitting appearance. So here's White, the left-handed hitter. Gold Glove first baseman. Drysdale with the pitch on a 2-8. That's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Fairley on the track at the wall, leaps and makes the catch at the wall on a 16. Oh my goodness. What a play. Let's look at it again. 2-8 right-handed, homer to 14. And White is robbed on a 16. Nice catch, leaping catch by Ron Fairley in right. And the Phillies go down in order in the first. Wasn't he also the, was he the American League president for a while? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Bill White I'm talking about, of course. Fairley, Lefevre, and Johnson do as we move along to the second inning. Ron Fairley comes in at .225, 1 homer, 14 RBIs, president of the NL. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I knew he was president of something. The Rotary Club, maybe? No, he's a National League president. All kidding aside. Bunning stirring in now to get the sign from Dalrymple. Here's the pitch to Ron Fairley. That's going to be a 3-8 right-hander. He pops him up right side. White drifting under it now and makes the catch for the out. So 1 away. And here's Lefevre. Lefevre hitting .283. 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Batting left-handed. Bunning delivers .512 lefty. It's a grounder to first base X. That'll be White again, a 1E10. Ranging to his right now, there's the play on a 10. It's the E rating. A roll of a 7 on a 10. He makes the play for the out, shoveling to Bunning covering. And it is a 3-1X. In fact, wow, look at that. 3 of the first 5 defensive plays for the Phillies on the X chart. I'd say there's long odds on that. 2 down, and here's Lou Johnson. Johnson hitting .324. Leads the team in homers with 5 and RBIs with 25, which also places him among the league leaders in that category. Bunning getting the 5 now. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And another 1-2-3 inning for Jim Bunning. Both pitchers seem to be on the money today. Game so far as billed. But we've all seen how quickly that can change, haven't we? Drysdale getting ready to work the bottom of the inning. Callison, Clemens, and Rojas due for the Phillies. Let's check Johnny Callison's stats on the season so far. He's batting .330. 4 home runs, a dozen RBIs, left-handed hitter. Drysdale into the windup. The pitch to Callison is a 5-9 left-handed. That's a high fly ball to right field. Backing up is Fairley on the track to make the catch on an 18. So 2 balls drilled to right field, but they both stayed in the ballpark, and here's Doug Clemens now. Clemens hasn't played much this season. This is just his 6th game. He comes in 2 for 11. Left-handed hitter. Pitch from Drysdale is a 4-4 left-handed. That's going to be a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Gilliam. Gilliam, a 4.E23 down there. Ranges to his left. Here's the play on a 6. That's the E rating. It's a roll of a 7 on a 23, and he boots it. Error Gilliam. So E5, Clemens aboard. Clemens not a threat to steal, despite the 20, very little chance of getting it. In fact, as I often mention, about as much chance of getting picked off as of getting the lead. So he won't be trying anything. And here's Rojas. Rojas hitting just 198. Right-handed batter playing second base today. As you can see by Rojas's card, he was a jack of all trades there. Played 5 different positions. And I've seen cards where he played more. Drysdale from the stretch now. It's going to be a 2-7 right-handed. It's a base hit into center field. That's an open single. Clemens can go to third. 13. Davis with a -1. 12. He's going to hold up with 1 down. And the Phillies will have first and second, 1 out. And here's Clay Dalrymple, the catcher. Dalrymple, a left-handed hitting catcher, which is always nice to have. 275 average. No home runs, however, and only 1 run batted in for Dalrymple. Drysdale working out of the stretch now. The pitch to Clay is a 211 right-handed. That's a base hit into right field, and open single again. Clemens could try to score on that. 13. Mind you, there's 1 out with a 0. Oh, what the hell, we're sending him. 1-13, here comes the throw from Fairley, and he is out at the plate. So Clemens gunned down at the plate. Rojas takes third. Dalrymple, a 1-9, will hold at first. So a base hit by Dalrymple. They send Clemens. Fairley with a perfect throw to the cutoff man, Lefevre, who fires a strike to Roseboro to get his man at the plate. And that's the second out of the inning. Runners at the corners for Tony Taylor. Taylor playing third in place of the injured Dick Allen, just 14 for 79 on the season. That's 177. However, he does have 6 extra base hits, a pair of home runs, 4 runs batted in. Right on right. The pitch to Taylor's a 5-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Drysdale gets out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. 2 innings scoreless in the books. NL law, why is it good? Thank you, Frank. A money game. I don't know, do we have any money on it, Franklin? And Greg, I don't understand Drysdale equals home run. That one I don't get. I apologize. Somebody help me out with that one, maybe. Bottom of the order due for Los Angeles in the third. John Roseborough, the left-handed hitting catcher, to lead it off, hitting just 186. Just one homer, 9 RBIs. Oh, because he's an N hitter. Okay, I got you. Yeah, he does have N power. Bunting the windup now. The pitch to Roseborough is a 2-7 right-handed. Right in between two hits, he manages to find the ground ball to second A. Rojas scoops it up, throws him out, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Wes Parker. Parker was out of the lineup the last game. Before that, he started the game in center field. Parker hitting 287, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Bunting into the windup now. Pitch to West is a 3-8 right-handed, and he pops it up on the right side. Rojas calling for it. He's got it. Quickly 2 away. And here's Drysdale to bat. Looks like we're going to have an on-field guest here in a second. There he is, trying to get in there. There's Mookie. Say hello, Mookie. Okay, he doesn't like to be upside down. Trying to keep him off of the desk, obviously. Drysdale, a right-handed batter, 6 with N power. Bunting into the windup now. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-6 right-hander. A grounder to second. Rojas is going to do it all this inning. Flips it to White. And all 3 balls hit to second base. Another 1-2-3 inning. 9 up, 9 down for Bunting so far. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Drysdale getting loose for the bottom of the inning. I'm trying to contain Mookie, but he's kind of wild today. And we have to put him in the bedroom if this continues. So we'll see what happens. Or I could put him up here on the window. Sometimes he likes that. That'll distract him. Cats like to be high. Well, don't we all? Okay, here's Bunting to lead it off. Bunting, a right-handed batter, 2W. I couldn't let that one go by. Drysdale with the pitch. It's a 4-7 right-handed, a single to 15, but on a 17, that liner is speared at third by Gilliam. Holy cow, we've had some close plays here on the 20-sided die, the splits. Nobody's getting the split so far. And some fat splits at that. And there's Kurt Miller. Welcome to Kurt. Oh, yeah, I mean, probably my favorite ball player. I'll just miss seeing him play, frankly. Here's Gonzalez with 1 down. He's 0 for 1. God, they've had 2 ground balls to second base as well. It's 2 and then 3 over here. Okay. Drysdale coming in now with a 6-8 left-handed. Another ground ball to second base. Lefevre behind the bag. Turns and throws in time. And it seems like a lot of guys are hitting it to second base today. 2 down, and here's Grote. Grote 0 for 1. He grounded to second his first time up. Drysdale comes in with a pitch, 4-3 right-handed. That's a grounder to the pitcher, X. Drysdale is a 3E38. So hold your breath on this one. Here's the roll on the play. That's going to be it's the error range. It's a 5 on a 38. I can see it coming. He boots it. Error Drysdale. So E1, second error for Los Angeles. And Grote's aboard with 2 down, and that'll bring Bill White to the plate. White flew out to right his first time today. Drysdale now working from the stretch. Set and comes in with a 5-9 left-handed. That's another high fly ball to right field. Backing up is Fairley on the track, hauls it in on an 11. Homer 1-5. Another split missed and another loud out to right field. That is, count 'em, 1, 2, 3. Nothing doing for the Phillies in the third. We're through 3 innings scoreless. Pitchers duel as predicted by many here. And here's Bunning now. Edward Scissorhands. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Top of the order for the Dodgers, Maury Wills to start off the 4th. Wills struck out in the first inning. Batting left-handed, Bunning comes set, first pitch to Wills. That's a 3-10 right-handed. It's a base hit into right field. Wills with a leadoff single, first hit off of Bunning. Now let's check the defense. Wills a star 15 stealer, Bunning a +2 hold. Canceled out by Dalrymple's fine -2 arm. So he'd be a 15. They're going to hold him on, making him a 13. And a lot of conversation about the hold him on, not hold him on. Everybody would be held on. Well, yes, it's linguistics, I would say. I think Strat-O-Matic should have phrased it as everybody's held on, and you subtract the catcher-pitcher hold. And if they're holding him close would replace holding on, then you subtract the other two, because everybody would be held on. It's confusing when you say, okay, he's not held on. Well, my God, of course, anybody who can run at all would be held on every time, but it's confusing because that's the rules of Strat-O-Matic. But it's the language that's confusing, right? Am I making any sense? That could be, he's a 1-13, that's 65. If Gilliam was a B hit and he is a B hit and run. Oh hell, we're gonna hit and run. Ready? The hit and run is on. It's a 7 on an A. Batter misses pitch, steal results. Okay, so he has to establish the lead, first of all, 2 through 10 or 12. 5, he's got the lead. 1-13, there goes Wills, and he's stolen it. Ask and ye shall receive. So Gilliam tried to hit and run, he missed the pitch, and Wills steals it anyway. For Maury Wills, his 12th stolen base of the year against 3 times caught. And Gilliam still standing up there now. Wills in scoring position. Bunning set, the next pitch to King Gilliam is going to be a 4-9 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. So after failing to execute the hit and run, Gilliam draws the walk, and the Dodgers are in business in the 4th with first and second and nobody out. Heart of the order coming up, here's Willie Davis. Boy, it very well might be in a game like this. Runners take their lead, Bunning from the stretch. The pitch to Willie Davis is a 4-8 left-handed. That's going to be 2. It's a grounder to second. It's Rojas to Grote to White, double play. Pitcher's best friend. Wills moves over to third, but there's 2 away. And here's Ron Fairley. Fairley trying to pick Wills up from third now with 2 down. Bunning checks the runner. Full windup. Pitch to Ron on a 1-5, single to 9, and on an 8, he's got it. Just past the outstretched glove of Cookie Rojas. It's an RBI single. And Wills crosses the plate. The Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. So Fairley to first, no threat to steal. And here's Lefevre now. Jimmy 0 for 1. Bunting a throw over to first, Fairley back in time. Now staring in from the stretch. Pitch to the left-hander is a 3-8 right-hander, and it's a single 2-star. Fairley will round and head into third on a base hit by Jim Lefevre. So runners at the corners and 2 down, and Lou Johnson will come to bat. Johnson, again, the team's RBI leader with 25. And Kurt, is that the real-life Red Sox, or is that your replay? I'm confused again. What else is new? Dalrymple's going out to talk to Bunting now. Bunting nodding. Okay, they're set. First and third, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Lou Johnson. 3-4 right-handed. It's a little 2-hopper down to third base. Tony Taylor's on it. Throws to White, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers push one across. Manufacture one, really, with the stolen base by Wills. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 left on. And they take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Drysdale warming up now. Johnny Callison will lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Phillies. Callison hit a deep fly ball to right field in the 2nd inning. Ball not carrying that well today. Drysdale into the windup. Pitch to Callison. It's going to be a 4-8 left-handed. It's a base hit right up the middle. So a solid single up the middle for Callison. Callison's a star 15 stealer. Drysdale with a +1 hold, but Roseboro with a -3 gun back there. That makes Callison a 13. And they're going to hold him on and make him an 11. Strategic move, because he won't try for the lead with that 9 automatic caught. The odds would not be in his favor. And even if he got it, he'd be 1 through 11. Okay, Mookie, I'm sorry, but you cannot be up there, okay? You got to go over here. Sorry about that. Oh, Frank, I can't steal 1 through 11. That's a suicide move. I rarely go at 13. That steal by Wills on a 13. I don't do that very often. Clemens reached on an error his first time. Left-handed hitter. Poor bunter. He's going to swing away. From the stretch, it's a 2-10 fly ball into right field and playable for Fairley. He's under it now and makes the catch for the out. Rojas singled his first time up. Drysdale from the stretch now. Pitch to Cookie, 3-7 right-hander. That's a ground ball to short, but with the runner held, that's a single plus. And Callison will take third. Runner running on the play. And the Phillies catch a break there. Looking at that one again, 3-7, grounder to short, A+. Callison was held. That becomes a single, 2 stars. So first and third, 1 out, and here's Dalrymple. In what figures to be a tight game, the Dodgers will pull the infield in. Compounded by the fact that Dalrymple's an A bunter. Another thing I normally don't do, so I'm managing a little out of character today. That's okay. Every day is different, right? Infield in, here's the pitch from the stretch. That's going to be a 1-7 right-handed, and he draws the walk to load the bases. And timeout on the field. I'm going to have to put Mookie in the bedroom. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes I can get him to stay away from the desktop, but not today. He's determined to get up there. So the walk to Dalrymple, that pushes Rojas to second. Bases loaded, only one out, and here's Taylor, and now they'll move the infield back. Needs to get a ground ball here. Drysdale needs a ground ball out of Taylor. Bases loaded, one out, infield back, full windup. The pitch to Tony Taylor is a 6-3. It's a fly ball to right field X. That's fairly a 2-E8. Here's the play on the ball. Will it be deep enough to score a run? It's the error range. The roll is a 10 on an E8, and it's a fly ball B. So it is indeed a sacrifice fly to Ron Fairley. Callison will tag up and score. Taylor with an RBI, and we are tied at 1. And here's Bunning now, right-handed hitter. First and second, 2 away. Here's the pitch. On a 4-5, fly ball into left, lazy fly to Johnson. Barely has to move and grabs it for the out to retire the side. The Phillies, however, tie it up with a run on 2 hits. They leave a pair. The end of 4 complete here in Philadelphia. It's a 1-1 ball game. So it's a good one today. About just over 10,200 in the park in Connie Mack Stadium, which went by another name, which now I don't remember. Was that Scheib? Help me out, guys. One of you guys knows this. I know because I learned it from you. Mookie's at a timeout. Mookie's ejected from the game. Scheib. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Here's Bunning now. He's ready to work in the 5th inning. It'll be Roseboro, Parker, and Drysdale for the Dodgers. Roseboro 0 for 1. Bunning, the windup on the pitch. It's going to be a 6-2 left-handed. It's a high fly ball, deep right field. Callison back at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Johnny Roseboro. Oh, my goodness. Let's take another look at that one. 6-2 left-handed, homer to 11. The roll is a 3. Roseboro has the power. And somebody finally landed a split today. For Johnny Roseboro, his 2nd home run of the season, and it gives the Dodgers a 2-1 lead. Wes Parker will be the hitter now. Parker popped out to second his first time up. The pitch from Bunning, that's a 6-3 left-handed. A fly ball to left field X, that's going to be Doug Clemens, a 3-E6. Clemens on his horse. Here's the play on a 7. He makes a fine running catch for the out. Would you look at that? An outstanding play by Doug Clemens in left. And that's going to go down as a web jam. That's the first out of the inning. Here's Drysdale now, who someone predicted would hit a home run today. Well, he'll have to do it on, well, he's got the 211 partial, the 212, and whatever he could get on Bunning's card. 4-5 partial. 6-2's damn near full. Partial, but 1 through 16. Okay. Here's the pitch to the right-hander. It's a 3-8 righty. He struck him out. So Bunning's fastball, too much for Drysdale this time, and there's 2 away. Here's Morey now. Singled and scored in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Bunning into the windup. Delivers a 5-2 left-handed. That'll be a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Cookie Rojas. Rojas, a fine second baseman, 2E15 as he ranges behind the bag. Here's the play on a 12. That's the E rating. So we've got a roll of an 8 on a 15. And Rojas makes a fine play to throw him out to retire the side. 4-3X Wills retired. They do pick up a run on the Roseboro home run. and lead it 2-1 as we move to the bottom of the fifth. I never get tired of that story, Franklin. You know that. Bottom of the fifth, the Phillies will have the top of the order. Gonzalez, Grote, and White. Drysdale gets the sign now from Roseboro. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. 5-8 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And for Drysdale, just his second strikeout of the day. In fact, Bunning has just 3. And here's Dick Grote. Grote 0 for 2. The pitch from Don is a 2-9 right-handed, base hit into left field. So Grote with a sharply hit single. And he's at first with 1 away. Here's White now. Flew to right twice. Both well hit, but they stayed in the park. Runner takes his lead now. Drysdale glanced over there from the stretch. The pitch to Bill White is a 1-7 right-handed, and he walks him. A 1-out walk to White pushes Grote to second. And the Phillies have something going in the bottom of the fifth. Cleanup hitter Johnny Callison strides to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a single. Scored a run. Drysdale checks the runners, now from the stretch, delivers to Callison on a 6-7 left-handed, grounder to second base X. That's Lefevre. This could be 2. Lefevre a 3E17. Here's the play. On a 20, it's a double play. It's Lefevre to Wills to Parker. Oh my goodness, that was a thing of beauty. So 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. For the Phillies, no runs, a hit, 1 left on. And we're through 5 complete. Dodgers 2, Phillies 1. Phillies once again going for the sweep in this 3-game series. Dodgers, of course, trying to avoid the sweep. And here's Bunning now as we move into the 6th inning. Well, thank you, Frank. And as the old saying goes, don't work too hard. That reminds me, I was in the grocery business for 40 years, okay? Most of you guys that are regulars already know this, but there was a period for a couple of years there where I took a break from the corporate retail, and I worked for a small country store in Northern California. And all these old guys used to come in every day. It was a small town, population less than 1,000. And they used to always say, working hard or hardly working. And one day I was in a particularly foul mood. And here comes old Jim, and he says, working hard or hardly working. And I said, if I had a nickel for every time I heard you guys say that, I wouldn't have to be here at all. To the 6th we go. Jim Gilliam to lead it off. 0 for 1 with a walk. Switch hitter batting left-handed as Bunning comes set and delivers a 3-2 right-handed. Pops him up left side. Grote will handle it. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's Willie Davis now. Davis 0 for 2 today. Bunning into the windup. The pitch to Davis is a 1-4 right-handed. It's a foul ball behind the plate. Dalrymple going back near the screen. Puts it away for the out. That's 2 down. And with 2 away, it'll be Ron Fairley. Fairley 1 for 2. Knocked in a run in the 4th. Bunting into the windup. The pitch to Fairley is a 6-10 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Grote, a 3E22. Grote ranging into the hole. And here's the play on a 5. He's got it. Plants and throws in time. A fantastic play by Grote. showing tremendous range on that play, and he's got the arm to go with it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bunning. Yes, Greg, Willie Davis, known as the 3 Dog, partly because he wore number 3, I guess, but I think part of that was because of the number of triples he hit. I can almost picture it, seeing Willie Davis leg out a triple. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It'll be Clemens, Rojas, and Dalrymple for the Phillies. Doug Clemens, 0 for 2 so far today. Drysdale gets the sign from Roseboro. Here's the pitch to Clemens. 2-7 right-handed. Right between 2 walks, he lofts a lazy fly ball into center field. Willie Davis patrolling, and he grabs it for the first out. Here's Rojas now. He's 2 for 2 today. Singled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. The pitch from Drysdale is a 3-12 right-handed, and he draws the walk. So Rojas has been on all 3 times today. A 1-out walk here in the 6th. Here's Dalrymple, who's singled and walked today. Left-handed hitting catcher. Let's check the running for Rojas. No threat to steal. Dalrymple, a great bunter, but there's already 1 out. So he's going to swing away. It's a 5-8 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And down goes Dalrymple. It'll be up to Tony Taylor. And if you're wondering why you don't lay down the bunt with 1 out, it should be pretty obvious, I guess. But I guess it bears stating. Okay, I bunt with Dalrymple, Rojas to 2nd, then they walk Taylor intentionally and pitch to Bunning. So that's not a good move. So here's Taylor, man on 1st and 2 down from the stretch. 6-5 right-handed is a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Wills, a 3E27. Wills into the hole. Here's the play on a 1. He's not going to get that. That's a single 2-star. Rojas rounds and churns into 3rd. So single just under the glove of Wills. By the time Davis picks it up, Rojas is into 3rd. And Bunning will come to bat this inning after all. This is a coin flip almost as to whether or not this is a pinch hitting situation. I think it's too early to take out a Jim Bunning. So he's going to bat. 2W, right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch on a 4-7 on a single to 15. He's got it on a 14, and Bunning comes through with an RBI single, and this game is tied again. Rojas scores. Let's look at the play again. It's a single, 1-star single, so Taylor will have to hold at 2nd. And how about Jim Bunning, an RBI single to tie the ball game? We've had our share of pitcher heroics, haven't we? At the bat, I mean. Pitcher hitting heroics, I should say. Yes, sir, that is what you call helping your cause. Here's Gonzalez, 0 for 3. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 down. Drysdale staring in now. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez on a 2-11. It's a grounder to short. Wills has it. He'll go the short way to Lefevre for the force, and that will do it. But the Phillies tie it up, a run on 2 hits. They leave a pair. We're through 6 innings here in Philly in a 2-2 ball game. What a ball game it is. We've had a few blowouts lately, so it's kind of nice to get back to a tense, nail-biting game, isn't it? Nice, Kenyon. Well, they're a reflection of their hitting in that particular year, is what I meant, Franklin. But it's such a small sample size, it often does not represent the hitting ability of their entire career. The same goes with the hold to some extent, although those are a bit more consistent. And most of all, the error ratings, okay? Because pitchers don't get that many chances, so it doesn't take hardly anything to really skew the error ratings. We're going to the 7th in a 2-2 game. Lefevre, Johnson, and Roseboro due up. Jim Lefevre 1 for 2 today. Standing in from the left side, Bunning delivers a 2-3 right-handed, and he goes the other way with it and pokes a single into left field. So Lefevre's 2 for 3. Lefevre no threat to run. And here's Lou Johnson. Sweet Lou, as he was known, 0 for 2 today. Lefevre takes his lead, Bunning from the stretch now. The pitch to Lou is a 6-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Bunning fans Johnson for the second time today. And there's one away. Here's Johnny Roseboro, now homered in his last at-bat. 1 for 2. Bunning gets the sign from the stretch. Pitch to Roseboro on a 3-8. Struck him out. So Bunning, after the leadoff single, fans 2, and it'll be up to Wes Parker. Parker's 0 for 2 today. Batting left-handed. Here's the pitch from the stretch. That's going to be a 1-7 right-handed. It's a single into right field, an open single. Lefevre could try to go to third on that. He's a 12 with 2 outs, 14. But Callison, the possessor of a -4 cannon in right, drops him to a 10, and he will round and wisely hold at second. Now a similar situation for the Dodgers. Drysdale's going to hit. Somebody predicted he would do something big today. Bunning knocked in a run in his last at-bat. Let's see what Drysdale can do. The pitch from Bunning on a 6-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Bunning fans the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left. For Bunning now, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 strikeouts for Bunning. I'd love to, Greg, except Mota's on the Pirates at 66. Oh, there you go, Kurt. We used to know, one of my all-time favorite Toll songs. For those who don't know, I'm a big Jethro Tull fan. I've seen him in concert, I don't know, 18, 19 times, something like that. Almost 20, but less than 20. Of course, if I counted Ian Anderson's solo, I don't know, it might be 20. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Nice stretch there. Peggy Lee did a song about Lefevre, huh? Okay, I'm stumped on that one, Greg. Help me out. Meanwhile, here's Grote. He's 1 for 3 today. Drysdale into the windup now. The pitch to Dick Grote, a 6-8 right-handed. It's a fly ball into right field. Easy play for Fairley, who's there to make the catch. Fairley's been busy today in right field. Here's Bill White with 1 down. 0 for 2 with the walk. The pitch from Drysdale. A 4-8 left-handed. That's a line drive right up the middle for a 1-out single. So Bill White with a base hit. He's a star 17 stealer. The battery again on the Dodgers -2 makes him a 15. He will be held on, making him a 13. In this kind of game, we did it with Will, so why not? He's going to try for the lead, 4 through 6. He's trying for a 13. 11, he does not get the lead, and Callison will hit away. Drysdale on S7 is in his first endurance inning, as Bob Miller begins throwing in the Dodger bullpen, joined by the left-hander Ron Perinoski. I think I remember that one, Greg. There were a couple of Fever songs, so I could be mentally confused. I think I remember it. Here's Callison now, 1 for 3. Runner at first, 1 down. Dawn from the stretch. There's the pitch, 3-4 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And for Drysdale, let's see what he's got. Not as many as Bunny. That's just his 4th strikeout today. 2 down, and here's Doug Clemens. Clemens 0 for 3 today. Drysdale checks the runner. Now the pitch to the left-hander. 3-5 right-handed. It's a single, 2 stars. Base hit into right field. There goes White, headed for third. He'll be in there. And the Phillies have runners on the corners with 2 away. One more hit or walk will fatigue Drysdale. And Roseborough's headed out to the mound. Rollhouse has not been retired today. 2 singles and a walk. Wills is in. Gilliam's in. What are they doing out there? Mel Steiner, the home plate umpire, is going out now to break it up. And Drysdale is going to stay in and pitch to Rojas. Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. 4-8 right-handed. That's a single, 2 stars. The Phillies take the lead, and Drysdale is fatigued. White comes in to score. It's an RBI for Cookie Rojas. Clemens all the way to third. And that's going to do it for Drysdale. It's 3-2 Phillies. Runners at the corners, 2 down, and here comes Alston. He's going to go to Perinoski, the lefty. So Drysdale's day is done. He goes 6 2/3. I remember Perinoski with the Twins myself. That kind of shows my age. Drysdale surrendered. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. 3 runs so far. Runners at first and third, his responsibility. He walked a pair and struck out 5, I think. Let's recount it. 1, 2, 3, no, 4. Here's Perinoski, real life, 3.18, 82 innings, left-handed. How has Perinoski done in the replay? Let's take a look. He's been in 5 games. He has a save and a 3.60 ERA. He'll be coming on here to face Dalrymple with 2 down, left on left. And we're set to go. Pitch from Perinoski is a 4-2. Grounder to second base. Lefevre to his left. Throws to Parker, and the side is retired. But the Phillies take the lead, a run on 3 hits. They leave a pair. After 7 complete, it's Phillies 3, Dodgers 2. Bunning ready to go in the 8th, rated 8 for endurance. This will be his first inning of potential fatigue. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you for the information on Fever. I knew it was an old song. A lot of people have done it, right? I mean, a lot. Maury Wills, the top of the order for the Dodgers to lead it off in the 8th. Maury 1 for 3. Stole a base and scored a run in the 4th. Bunning ready to work now. There's the pitch to Wills on a 3-11. Base hit into left field. Wills plinks it the other way. Rounds and holds it first. Excuse me. Same situation now. Wills, 15, held on at a 13. Should he try it again? He's the tying run. Held on, we're going to hit and run with Gilliam again. The hit and run is on. It's a 7. Batter misses pitch, same result as last time. So Wills has to roll for the lead. 2 through 10, 12. He'd be a 13. With a 6, he has the lead. 1 to 13. The throw from Dalrymple. He's in there on a 12. Barely. And the second stolen base of the game for Maury Wills. His 13th of the season. Representing the tying run. Wills is in scoring position now. The next pitch to Gilliam. 4-6 left-handed. That's a triple to 2, but on a 13, that's going to hold up in center field for Gonzalez, who puts it away for out number 1. And here's Willie Davis. Terry Fox throwing in the Philly pen. Davis 0 for 3 today. Bunning checks the runner. Now here's the pitch to Davis. It's a 3-6 right-handed double to 7. It's a 2-star single, and the game is tied. How about that? RBI single for Davis. Wills comes in to score. 3-6 with a double to 7. The roll's a 13. Davis a star 17 will be held on. That would make him a 15. And he's going to try for the lead with Ron Fairley at the plate. 2 through 5, 11 and 12. 6, he does not get the lead. What would he be on the back number? 13 minus 4, he'd be a 1 through 9 on the back number, so no chance of that. Fairley will swing away. One more hitter walk will fatigue Bunning. The pitch to Ron Fairley, 3-7 right-handed, a fly ball into center field. Gonzalez fading back a bit. He's there to make the catch for out number 2, and it will be up to Jimmy Lefevre. So Bunning hanging on, trying to stay in the game. Darryl Knowles, the left-hander, now throwing. Fox is ready. Lefevre today, 2 for 3, batting left-handed. Here's the pitch. 3-6 right-handed, a single to 9, and on a 1, that scoots under Rojas's glove. Knocked down, but no play. Willie Davis will have to hold at second on the 2-out single by Lefevre. That fatigues Bunning. And here comes Gene Mock. And that's going to do it for Jim Bunning. With the right-hander Johnson up, he's going to bring in Terry Fox. Knowles still getting loose. Figuring Knowles would come in to face Roseboro if needed. So Bunning goes 7 2/3. Isn't it amazing how often they fatigue in their fatigue inning? Drysdale did. And now Bunning does. Bunning on the day surrendered 3, 4, 6, 9 hits. 3 runs so far. Runners on first and second, his responsibility. He walked only 1 and struck out 3, 6. And here comes Terry Fox. Fox, just the other day, purchased from Detroit. And man, is he a much-needed acquisition for the Phillies, who really needed another right-hander in the pen. Fox has no record with the Phillies yet. I take that back, he does. He's been in 1 game, 2/3 of an inning. He'll be coming on here to face Johnson. Okay, first and second, 2 out. Here's Lou Johnson. 0 for 3, struck out twice. That was against Bunning, of course. Fox on to face him now, and here's the pitch. On a 4-6. That's ripped into right field and down the line. That's going to go for extra bases. Davis will score easily. Lefevre can try to score. 1 through 12 with 2 out, 14. Callison with a -4 cannon makes it a 1 through 10, and he's being sent. Here's the throw to the plate, and he's out. What a throw by Johnny Callison. And that will end the inning. It's an RBI double for Lou Johnson. Davis scores. Lefevre is gunned down at the plate on a missile from right field by Johnny Callison. The Dodgers, however, reclaim the lead with 2 runs on 4 hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Philly in a 4-3 ball game. And Gilliam is going to come out here for Kennedy. Pretty standard move for this team by now. John Kennedy will take over at third. Gilliam 2 hit and runs today. So they'll hit for Fox, which is fine because they were going to bring in Knowles anyway. So Fox in 0, well, no, that's not true. He pitched a 1/3 of an inning. I beg your pardon there on that one. 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit. All 4 runs are charged to Bunning. Darryl Knowles will come in next. He pitched in this game in real life. Let's see what the Dodgers want to do now with Taylor, a pinch hitter. They're going to get Peronowski out of there too and go to Bob Miller. With a right-hander and almost certainly a right-handed pinch hitter due. Alston goes to Bob Miller here. Tony Taylor will lead it off. Hell of a ball game here through 7.5. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Always a pleasure. A lot of great chat today. All I can say is keep up the good work. Before we roll it, I'm going to grab the last of my coffee. I'm going to have to warm it up. So we might as well let Mookie out and see if he can behave, huh? Okay, we're about ready to go here. It's been a wild one today. 4-3 Dodgers, bottom of the 8th. Tony Taylor will start us off. And now, what do we have? More technical issues. Oh, good grief. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Okay, according to my phone/camera, everything's A-okay. Okay, it looks like I have it back on my end. Is everyone good? I think we're back. Okay, here's Taylor. Bob Miller coming on to pitch for LA. Miller on the season, 1-2 with the save, 3.86 ERA, right-handed pitcher. Taylor 1 for 2 today, drove in a run in the 4th. Right on right. Here's the pitch to Taylor. It's a 6-7 right-handed, and he walks him, and the tying run is aboard. And now the Phillies will send up a pinch hitter. No, he's going to try to get on the desk again. Pinch hitter for Fox. The batter will be John Briggs, a left-handed hitter. What the hell? Okay, here it is. Briggs on the season. All Briggs has done this year is bat .422 in 45 at-bats. 19 for 45 with 4 home runs. Let's check Taylor's speed at first. He's a star 15. Miller a 0. Roseboro with a -3 gun makes him a 12. They will not hold him. And Briggs will hit away. Miller from the stretch. The pitch to Briggs. 6'8", left-handed. Single to 18. That's knocked down by Parker, but he does not have a play. That's going to go as an infield hit. And the Phillies are in business in the bottom of the 8th. First and second, nobody out. And the top of the lineup coming up. Here's Gonzalez now. Jim Brewer throwing in the LA pen. Jim Brewer, maybe not the best answer here, as he's usually a backwards lefty. I'd have to look at this card a little bit closer. Taylor at second. represents the tying run. Briggs is at first. Here's Tony Gonzalez, 0 for 4 today. Miller from the stretch. That's a 5-8 left-handed. A fly ball into center field. Playable for Davis, who makes the catch for the first out. And here's Dick Grote. Grote 1 for 4. Miller checks the runners. Now from the stretch, delivers the pitch to Grote. 3-8 right-handed. It's a comebacker. Miller down to Lefevre, to Parker, not in time. That's going to be a force play. So a 1-4 force. Taylor will take third. Briggs is forced, so we can get his card out of here. And with 2 down, okay, let's take a look at Brewer now. They're going to go to Brewer against Bill White. Chess match here. But White, the number 2 man in the National League in RBIs right now, he came into the game with 28 RBIs. No sense letting him face a right-hander in this spot. So 2/3 for Miller. He gave up a hit and a walk. Nothing yet, but both runners aboard are his. And on comes Brewer, the lefty. Brewer's only pitched 2 1/3 innings on the season, has not given up an earned run yet. He did give up an unearned run. 2 appearances. So Brewer's 3rd appearance of the year. 2 more left-handed batters to follow White, for that matter. Makes sense. Here's White now. White 1 for 4. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at first. The pitch from Brewer. 2-6 left-handed. That's down for extra bases. That's going to roll to the wall. It's a double for White. In to score the tying run is Taylor. Grote will be stopped at third. And it's an RBI double for White. His 29th RBI of the season ties the game. Thank you, Kurt. Yeah, I remember. Thank you for that. I'd mentioned earlier that I remember Peronoski with the Twins. So here's Johnny Callison. 2nd and 3rd, 2 down. Tie ball game. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. The pitch to Callison. 2-6 left-handed. It's a grounder to short. Wills has it. Throws him out. And we're going to the 9th tied. The Phillies score a run on 2 hits, leave 2. Through 8 innings of play, it's a 4-4 tie. Extra innings today? And here's Knowles coming on for the Phillies. Knowles with a very nice card. And in the replay, he's been absolutely awesome. He's 3-0 with a save and a 0.61 ERA over 14 2/3 innings of work. It'll be Roseboro, Parker, and the pitcher's spot for the Dodgers. Roseboro 1 for 3. The one hit a home run. Left on left now. Knowles into the windup. Pitch to Roseboro's a 1-10. Base hit into left field. And Roseboro's aboard to lead off the 9th. Roseboro, decent steal rating for a catcher. However, Knowles with a -2 hold, and of course combine that with Dalrymple's -2 gun, and he'd be a 1 through 9, so that's not happening. Pinch runner, you may be thinking? Well, you're not going to take your catcher out. It'll be up to Parker. Parker, the switch hitter, will turn around and bat right-handed against Knowles. Wes is 1 for 3 today. Knowles from the stretch. The pitch to Parker. A 6-2 right-handed is a fly ball to left field X. That's going to be Clemens, a 3-6. Clemens on his horse now, racing towards the line. It's a 17. He's there to make the catch. It's a fly ball A, however. Roseborough's able to tag up on it and move into second. So Parker drilled that one to deep left field. Clemens had to go a long way to get it. And Roseborough alertly tags up and moves into second. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Brewer. So Brewer a third, 1 hit. The run was charged to Miller. Phil Regan loosening up in the Dodger pen. And the batter will be Tommy Davis. Davis also played in this game in real life. What's Davis done on the season? 304, 7 for 23, no home runs, but 7 RBIs. I think Davis more or less was a pinch hitter by this point. Well, let's see. No, he had 313 at-bats. He was injured a lot by this point. I think that's what I meant to say. Here's Davis now, runner in scoring position and 1 down. The go-ahead run in scoring position. A slow runner, however, in Roseboro. Knowles checks the runner. Now comes to the plate 1-6, and that's ripped into the left center gap. That's going to be down for extra bases. Roseboro rounding. He's going to come to the plate and score. Davis is into second with an RBI double. And holy shit, what a game. I'm looking at the speed of Davis now, but you've got... The Dodgers don't have much of a bench, let me tell you that. So Maury Wills will be the batter with 1 away, runner at second base. Wills will turn around and bat righty against Knowles. Maury's 2 for 4 today. Knowles checks the runner. The pitch to Wills is a 5-10 right-hander, a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Tony Taylor, a 3-16. Tony moving towards the line. Here's the play. Error range, a 7 on a 16. He makes the play for the out. That's the second out of the inning. Fine play, Tony Taylor. And the batter will be John Kennedy, who came in to play third for Jim Gilliam. Kennedy, a right-handed hitter, not much of a hitter, a defense-first player. Kennedy on the replay hitting just 148, 4 for 27. He does have 3 RBIs, however. 2 away. Knowles with the pitch. It's a 1-8 left-handed, and he pops him up. Grote under it. He'll take it, and the side is retired. The Dodgers push one across in the 9th on 2 hits and leave a man. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 5-4 Dodgers. Brewer was hit for, Phil Regan coming in. Regan in the replay so far, 2-0 with 4 saves and a 3.68 ERA, a right-handed pitcher. Clemens, Rojas, and Dalrymple due for the Phillies. So Doug Clemens, 1 for 4 today, will start it off. Looking at the Dodger defense. You could replace Lefevre, but he's due to bat third if there was a 10th. Here's Clemens. Regan ready to go. Here's the windup. The pitch to Clemens is a 1-6 right-handed, and he draws the walk, and the tying run is aboard with nobody out. Let's see if the Phillies have anyone who can run. They actually do, but it's a 1 through 14. Is it worth it for one number? Probably not. Rojas and A. Bunner, that's going to bring the corners in. Rojas is 3 for 3 with a walk today. And he's going to lay it down anyway. He's a B on a 7. The successful sacrifice bunt, and Rojas moves the tying run into scoring position with 1 out. So Rojas, with 3 hits today, unselfishly puts down a beautiful bunt and moves the tying run into scoring position with 1 out. And here's Clay Dalrymple, 1 for 3 with a walk. Left-handed hitter, Regan staring in. Checks the runner, now here's the pitch. It's a 5-4 left-handed, a grounder to third base X. That's Kennedy, a 1E17. Kennedy inserted for defense. Here's the play on an 8. It's a 3 on a 17, and he boots it. Error on Kennedy. Can you believe it? Third Dodger error of the game. Here's Mookie again. So Dalrymple reaches on the error by Kennedy. First and third, 1 out. And here's Tony Taylor. Dodgers will have to pull the infield in. That's the tying run at third. That's a hard one for me because I love to play back anytime there's a double play possibility. But they'll be in. They have to be. Taylor, 1 for 2. Sack fly in the 4th, walked in the 8th. Regan staring in from the stretch now. The pitch to Taylor is a 5-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh my goodness. What a huge strikeout that was for Regan. And now a pinch hitter will be called on. Mookie, come on, buddy. And look who's coming to bat. First and third, 2 away, and here comes Dick Allen. Allen still with the sore shoulder, unable to start. On the year, hitting .431, 22 for 51 with 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in. So this is what it comes down to. The Vulture against Dick Allen. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Allen, an imposing figure up there in the right-handed batter's box. Regan staring in, shakes one off now nodding. From the stretch, the pitch to Dick Allen, a 2-8. He struck him out, and that's the ball game. Oh my goodness. What drama. Five to 4 final. The Dodgers avoid the sweep, and man, it was not easy. Dick Allen is scary up there, that's for sure. I'll have the totals for you in a moment. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this one. Gerald Knowles, who pitched an inning, takes the loss. 2 hits and a run. No walks, no strikeouts. For Knowles, that's his first loss. He's 3-1 now. Brewer picks up the win with Regan getting the save. That's Regan's 5th save. For Brewer, he has no decision. That's his first decision. So the totals on the game for the Dodgers: 5 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors. I don't think any of the errors led to a run, did they? No. That error didn't hurt him. And there's the 3rd error. So no unearned runs. Regan with an inning, a walk and 2 strikeouts. The Phillies 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Chief Spokane Gary, player of the game. Any thoughts, gentlemen? No obvious one, at least not to me. A lot of candidates. Greg, the ump blew the call. Man, that was a good one. Thank you, guys. The Kenyan likes Tommy Davis. He drove in the winning run. Pinch hit double. Oh my God, there goes the diggers out behind me. I know you can hear that. Okay, let's wrap this up because it might get loud. It might. It's getting loud. Looks like another good matchup tomorrow. Let me tell you what. Tomorrow we've got the San Francisco Giants at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Another great pitching matchup. We've got the Dominican dandy, Juan Marichal, for the Giants, and Bob Veal, the Pittsburgh ace, for the Pirates. We've got a vote for Mookie. Well, we got 2 votes for Davis, so Davis it is. Chief Spokane Gary, player of the game, Tommy Davis for the RBI double off the bench. Honorable mention has to go to the Vulture, who struck out Tony Taylor and Dick Allen with the tying run at third base in the bottom of the 9th. And good point by Kurt there, too. Lefevre with 3 hits. We're going to go Tommy Davis for this one. What the hell? Not a big thing. It's just for fun. Thanks again for joining me. Yeah, Kenyon, right? That should be a good one tomorrow. It's 1:30 Pacific, in case you don't know, my usual time, unless something weird happens. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hit that like button on your way out. That helps me. Thank you once again, everybody. Spokane Steve wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. Take care, everybody.